Okay, we have passed through the land of the dead, and now we are heading towards the Sirens. Odysseus returns to Circe's island. The goddess reveals his course to him and gives advice on how to avoid the dangers he will face. The Sirens, who lure sailors to their destruction, the wandering rocks, sea rocks that destroy even birds in flight, the perils of the sea monster Scylla, and nearby the whirlpool Charybdis, and the cattle of the sun god, which Tiresias has warned Odysseus not to harm. So, very first off, we see something interesting. Dawn mounted her golden throne. So we have here personification. Dawn is, they're talking about obviously the morning, mounted her golden throne, which is a metaphor. What is that a metaphor for? On the first rays. So let's think about that. What happens in the dawn, first rays of dawn? You're thinking the sun? You're thinking the sun. It's because that is the sun, yes. Circe left me, taking her way like a great goddess up the island. I made straight for the ship, roused up the men to get aboard, and cast off at the stern. They scrambled to their places by the rowlocks, and all in line dipped oars in the gray sea. But soon an offshore breeze blew to our liking. A canvas bellying breeze, a lusty shipmate sent by the singing nymph with sun-bright hair. So we made fast the braces, and we rested, letting the wind and steersman work the ship. The crew being now silent before me, I addressed them, sword heart. Questions I have before the text? For one, are they getting into this time? Yes, the prophet Tiresias did tell us what was going to happen, but he was pretty vague on it. We're about to find out the exact details. Dear friends, more than one man or two should know those things Circe foresaw for us and shared with me, so let me tell her forecast. Then we die with our eyes open. If we are going to die or know what death we baffle if we can. Sirens weaving a haunting song over the sea, we are to shun, she said. And their green shore all sweet with clover. Yes, she urged that I alone should listen to their song. Therefore you are to tie me up, tight as a splint, erect along the mast, lashed to the mast, and if I shout and beg to be untied, take more turns of the rope to muffle me. I rather dwelt on this part of the forecast while our good ship made time, bound outward down the wind for the strange island of Sirens. Then all at once the wind fell, and a calm came over all the sea, as though some power lulled the swell. The crew were on their feet briskly to furl the sail, and stow it then, each in place. They poised the smooth oar blades, and sent the white foam scudding by. I carved a massive cake of beeswax into bits, and rolled them in my hands until they softened. No long task, for a burning heat came down from Helios, lord of high noon. Going forward, I carried wax along the line and laid it thick on their ears. They tied me up then, plumb amidships, back to the mast, lashed to the mast, and took it themselves again to rowing. Soon as we came smartly within hailing distance, the two Sirens, noting our fast ship off their point, made ready, and they sang. You get to read the song yourself because my lovely singing voice should not be heard by anyone. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Anyway, during the reading, what struck me most urged that I alone must listen to their song. Why does Odysseus... Let's not have that cap. Have to listen to their song. The after reading I'll leave to you because you still got a bit more to go. Well, let's spitball that a little bit. Why do you think Odysseus has to listen to their song? I mean, the obvious answer, he's the hero. He has to have some sort of test. What do you think? Maybe we can talk about that when we actually get to see each other face to face, if we aren't flooded in again, which would be, yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I'm seeing water in my driveway. Anyway, hopefully I'll get to see y'all later. And if not, that's what the internet's for. Y'all have a good night.